What is going on, everybody? It's the Francis. We're here again with another Elestrals reveal reaction as we have Lunar cards look to be joining Daybreak. As we saw last time, we got the Lunar cards for Elestrals. And here we are now with probably some of the best cards. I don't know. We'll see. We had two Elestrals and two Ruins left. Maybe these are going to be the Ruins. Maybe these are going to be Elestrals. We'll have to see.
We shocked the Elestrals world when we told you guys that Lunar is indeed in Daybreak alongside the Pharaoh Guy starter deck. But I have more Lunar cards to reveal today, and they're going to blow your mind and change everything. We're counting down 25 days until Daybreak pre-orders open on July 12th. And don't forget, Shattered Stars members get it a day early, and we ship first in, first out. So you'll want to get those pre-orders in. Kicking this reveal off, we're going to show off Circle the Sky. That's right.
We all knew this was going to come, Evan. We've seen the Circle of the Sky before. We knew it was going to be Luminate, Luminate, and Outloon. So nothing really exciting here.
The final Circle the Sky art to complete your collection. This one features Luminape and Outloon in a beautiful depiction by Giovanni.
It'd be really cool if, like, for set 5 or set 4, we could get a Circle of the Sky where it's like Outloon and, say, one of the other ones, and we swap them out. But it looks like this is the only last Circle of the Sky you're going to get. I wouldn't say forever, but for right now.
And I think you guys are going to love this. I'm very excited to complete my Circle of the Sky collection, and I hope you guys are as well. But listen, I told y'all we had some spicy things. The first one is a new Nexus form of Pandasin, and that is Pandalins.
Oh my god, that looks creepy. Look at that, man. Wow, Pendulence, you know. You can disenchant from this Pendulence in order to turn a counter rune from your underworld to your rune row face down. Now, the question I have to ask is, because you're getting it from your underworld, do you have to say which counter rune? So, like, if you have Gorgon's Gaze in your account, if you have Gorgon's Gaze, or Alter the Stars, I'm pretty sure, or Tsunami, do you have to say, oh yeah, I'm putting this face down, because that kind of gives away what you're doing?
Pandalins is a new Elestral with 4 attack and 1 defense that costs 1 Lunar.
Ooh, Lunar.
It has a really cool, unique effect. You can disenchant a Lunar Spirit from this Pandalins in order to return a counter rune from your underworld to your rune row face down. Much like Pandasin, you have the freedom of disenchanting from it to grab a rune, but instead of an invoke rune, you can actually grab a counter rune. Now, this is a little bit different because instead of adding it to your hand, you actually set it to the field face down. It does have to remain face down for a turn before you can cast that counter rune, but ultimately this is a balancing piece to ensure that your opponent knows exactly where that counter rune is. Otherwise, this card might be a little too strong. I do think Pandalins is going to make a splash in Daybreak and beyond for Lunar decks to regenerate their counter runes. Some important cards in the game, of course, and I can't wait to see it in full effect. Speaking of counter runes, this card, when I say is going to change the game, I really mean it. That is Dense Fog.
Dense Fog. So this is the only other rune we were missing. Suppress each Celestial that is not Lunar enchanted until the end phase. So that's absolutely a Voltempest counter, which of course if you have Voltempest on the field, you can't target. If you have Voltempest and Zeus on the field, you can't target Voltempest with any effect. So no Earthquake, nothing like that. So if you're able to play this, which counter runes can be played obviously after 1 turn being set face down. So you play Dense Fog, a turn after you had it, you suppress Voltempest, then you can destroy it with an Earthquake or something. Very interesting.
Is a brand new 1-cost counter rune that simply says suppress each Elestral that is not Lunar enchanted until the end phase. Now, for those who aren't familiar with the keyword suppress, that means that you shut off Elestral's effects and you apply this effect to the entire field. Every Elestral that is not enchanted with a Lunar Spirit has its effect shut off for the remainder of the turn, and Dense Fog is going to be meta game changing.
This feels like this would be a counter rune you put face down, let their turn go through, and then come to yours and then play it. If you can do that. I'm not sure you can do that, but that's the only reason I would say you want to play this is on your turn so you can suppress them according to yourself, and then you can destroy an Celestial if it has an effect that is going to like prevent them from being destroyed for a reason. This would also like the new lunar one we got 2 days ago. The new fungi that if you have this on the field, obviously with that new fungi, fungi, the lunar version. If you play that one and it's enchanted properly, you can only attack it. But if you play this dense fog, that is off anymore. Now you can go attack something else.
It's important to note that Elestrals that have cast effects or receive effects will already have their effects put on the chain, and thus suppressing them does not stop those effects from happening, but Dense Fog does indeed stop Nexus effects, where you can Dense Fog the Elestral before that when you do effect kicks off, so cards like Spark It can lose its hand rip after the Nexus, cards like Aphros would lose their draw effect. Dense Fog can counter so many Elestrals in the game.
Yeah, it protects it shuts off Kinley Nexus. Obviously, you can play this. It feels like this could be like a Gorgon's Gaze, where you can play it at the start, before like when like the Nexus part, you can stop the Nexus, or you can do it after the Nexus is done. Before this happens, like Kinley Nexus, you Nexus card over, and then you get the pop an Elestral. But with Dense Fog, they get the spirit on the Kinley or wherever you move that other spirit, and then they don't get the pop an Elestral and destroy it because of Dense Fog.
And provide some much needed support to prevent some of these strategies from getting out of hand. I think this card is going to be a dominant force in the metagame, at the very least as a side deck card, but I think it's going to make a splash in a lot of main decks, especially since Lunar doesn't fully get released until... So this thing...
Oh, don't do that.
Decks, especially since Lunar doesn't fully get released until...
Set 4. Can you just say it, man? Like, why... Why do you have to be so secretive? You know what the set's called. Just say what the set 4 is.
So this thing can run its feast on everything in the game that's
again, if it's not Nightfall, what are we doing?
Not enchanted by Lunar, and let's be honest, there's not going to be much enchanted by Lunar right now. Dense Fog is looking to be a huge addition to Daybreak. I'm not done there. I've got a brand new Lunar Elestral to reveal, and it is a Nexus form of our good friend Viserys. I can't wait to tell you guys about one of my new favorite Elestrals.
I swear he's said this multiple times in all these reveals, that at least one or two, like 3 or 4 Elestrals we've seen, it's like, this is my new favorite Elestral, like, every single time. Spectrus. What a design, though. Spectrus gets +1 attack for each suppressed Elestral on the field. When the Spectrus enters battle with an Elestral, you can suppress that Elestral and use until the end phase. Yeah. So that's interesting.
Spectrus is a new 4 attacker with 2 defense, 1 cost Lunar with a crazy effect. This Spectrus gets +1 attack for each suppressed Elestral on the field. An incredible pairing for that counter rune Dense Fog we just talked about. However, when this Spectrus enters battle with an Elestral, you can suppress that Elestral until the end phase. That means Spectrus removes Foamy's effect, and
this also would remove an effect, like if you have, like in set 4, when we get the battle arena for Luna, and you go up against and you get it to +5 to 5, and you go up against a Nekruff, who if they crash into each other and die, usually if you do that, Nekruff's effects will still go off, where the opponent's Elestral gets destroyed, the Nekruff gets destroyed, and I would still have to expend the spirit because they both got destroyed and the Nekruff still destroyed an Elestral. But with this ability, if it's at a 5 and it crashes into that Nekruff, nothing else happens. They just both die. Very good counter for a Nekruff or something else, especially if you get the arena in set 4 to boost it up, somehow get a +1 or whatever on this.
Prevents it from getting its search effect. That means that Spectrus can shut down things like Galaxy, which have their passive swapping effects. That also means that Spectrus can get incredibly strong when paired with cards like Dense Fog. This card is nuts. Spectrus is going to make an impact in the metagame, not just for Daybreak, for sets to come. I love this card, man, and I can't wait for you guys to use it when Daybreak drops. And believe it or not, I'm not done there. I have one more reveal today, and that is Stellar Spectrus. That's
Oh, wow. It's gold. Look at that gold Spectrus. Obviously, I expect this to hopefully be in the Fairgeist deck. Obviously, Solar and Luna are going to be the deck. But, like, my goodness. Look at that gold buddy. That's awesome.
That's right, Stellar Spectre is one of our brand new Stellars coming to Daybreak. Only 99 copies of this card will ever exist, and it's actually featured on our beautiful pack art for Daybreak. So this is one you don't want to miss out on. Amalri hit a home run here, and I just love the black and yellow color palette on this guy. Lunar is
that is gold, man.
Daybreak in a big way. Dense Fog, Pendulance, Spectrus, Stellar Spectrus. Don't miss out. Mark it on your calendars. Pre-orders open in just a few days.
So we have every Elestral available now. Every rune available. The only thing left is going to be Fairgeist starter deck, which will probably be tomorrow. And then the full arts that are left, and possibly some of the Stellars. I don't know what he's going to be doing for the next 5 days. You have one more starter deck more than likely tomorrow. And obviously you couldn't do the Fairgeist starter deck without these two, because these two new Elestrals are probably going to be in that starter deck. So, yeah. Very good, very good, very good. Let me know what you guys think below in the comment section. Spectrius is definitely going to be a menace to everything, especially once we get the set 4 and we get that new stadium for Lunar, and you're able to boost that up +1, maybe +2, +3, and be able to hit over Elestrals, because it's going to make things even more fun. But that's going to be all for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow for hopefully the Fairgeist starter deck reveal. Until then, my name is Franz, and I'll see you guys later.